Driver's side floor is wet. We could probably put some goldfish in here. This is where the battery sits. So just gonna poke this grommet out, let it drain. It's a lot of water. Looks much better already. Car came in with a dead battery. This is the one that had water underneath the battery, and water got into the car. Comfort control module is probably wet. We're going to check that later, but I'm just going to check for current draw right now. So doors are closed. When locking the vehicle, it locks, but it doesn't beep because the hood is open, so we have to close the hood. It just beeped. So with the car locked, I like to check on the negative cable for current draw. This side of the cable is going to be more positive, so we'll leave that one there. When I touch the battery post and clamp my negative amp lead on the post, and then what I do is I lift up on the clamp without touching the center screwdriver. So you can see there's 0.42 amps, and I started at 10 amps just in case there was a high draw. So now I can go to 500 milliamps. Do this again. You can see there's a draw of 428, but keep in mind I just locked the car. Sometimes it takes the car 15 minutes before the modules fall asleep, so we'll check it again in 15 minutes. So we just leave it like this and check 15 minutes later. So I'm actually going to try to connect it so that so I can monitor the drop. So it's still at 428.6. Still at 426. And I should be able to get the display to change. Okay, now I get my 5-second time base here. We'll put it on 5 minutes per screen. So you can see here the line starting, and later on I'll put the graph in the video. So we're just going to wait for it to drop from 420 down to below, hopefully 50 milliamps. Okay, so it actually dropped a little bit sooner than I had expected. So again, the whole screen is 5 minutes. So just over halfway through here, or let's say 2/3, it dropped from 400 and let's say 30 down to just about 100. We're just going to change scale just to see exactly what it is. Just going to go back to digital scale here. So we're at about 99 milliamps, which is still a bit too high. We're going to give it a little bit more time to see what's going on. $60 milliamps. Okay, so the milliamps dropped down to about 56 from 100 because I had my Rostec Bagcom cable hooked up, and that was drawing about 50 milliamps. But we did get a go-ahead from the customer to have a quick look at the comfort module, And you can see here, there's nice bit of water here under the carpeting. The carpeting is all soaked here. That's the comfort control module. So you just click the tabs here, and you can pop the lid up. Come on. And you can see water in here. Got interrupted here, sorry. So, comfort control module, wiring harness here. And it just clicks into place. You see a little bit of green stuff. I think that's corrosion, or is that some kind of a grease here? We're going to clean that out. We're going to vacuum out all this water, put in a little heater, and see if we can get this thing to dry out. Some corrosion starting. It's in the early stages, so we might be able to save it just by drying it out. Obviously all these wires here are wet, and long-term effect don't know at this point. And you can see the water going in the back as well. So we might have to suggest, it all depends on how far he wants to go, to lift the carpeting completely, but it sounds like we're only supposed to do the minimum at this point. This looks like green grease, but it's got to be, no, it could very well be some kind of a grease here. It almost looks like corrosion though. Anyways, now you know how to get at a comfort control module. Remove the plastic trim, lift the carpeting, and there you go.